So I finished Donut County, first game for the year. I finished a very short game. Took about 2 or 3 hours, maybe. Um, the game could take probably an hour. There was a lot of text and I read very slow, so it probably delayed it a bit. Fun game, good concept. You basically you play there's two characters, a young female, I believe named Mira, and a raccoon named BK, and obviously the raccoon talks because they interact with each other, and the raccoon opens up a donut shop. Well, the donut, I think he takes it over, the donut shop. And so every time someone orders a donut, he sends over these holes in the ground. And basically the holes, you put the hole over something and let something fall in the hole. And every time something falls in the hole gets bigger, which means then you could swallow up bigger things. And the donuts that people order, he considers the holes donuts, and that's what he sends over to the people, and starts swallowing up the people and their houses and all their stuff. And he does it because you know how raccoons sift through trash. He considers everything that people have their trash. So he's trying to accumulate that, and basically he falls in the hole eventually because they progress the story, but they show, back of the story that everyone's in the hole talking about how they're there and how they got there. And as they talk about how they got there, you play the part of the hole on their property, swallowing up their stuff, making that part of the story kind of possible that they're there. So you're playing that part. So that's what the levels are. You're going through each person's house area and their stuff and swallowing it up. But it's more than just swallowing stuff up, because eventually you get a catapult ability that takes stuff that you swallow in the hole and then shoots it out. So at one point you get a frog that you swallow up, but then you can shoot the frog out, and when you shoot the frog out, it'll shoot its tongue out in the air at whatever's in the air over the hole where you shot it up, and it'll like swallow bugs, which will make the frog get bigger every time, which then means the frog can then grab onto something like, let's say, a shelf, and then pull the shelf down, but it can't pull the shelf down with its weight until it's swallowed all the bugs in the room to make it the biggest it can be, so that its weight will pull down the shelf. So that's just one thing. Another one is you swallow up like embers of a barbecue, and that makes makes smoke come out of the hole, and then you can shoot flames up to set things on fire in the environment, which will make them basically burn up. Like there's stuff on trees, and you want to set the things on the trees on fire so they'll fall to the ground, so you can then swallow those things and then become a bigger hole, and eventually you'll become the biggest hole, and you could swallow up like whole houses or mountainsides and different things. And then basically towards the end, everyone's in the hole, and they're trying to how to get everyone out of the hole. And you're looking for one of the characters and figuring out a way to get everyone out. And you figure out you could get like a reverse catapult to go inside the hole to spring everyone out. But at first, you have to go there. There's a raccoon king in the game. You have to go to his area to get him, because he made the holes, to get him to reverse what's going on in the holes. And he doesn't want to do it, so then there's a boss fight that ensues. So then the boss fight is basically you're going against like those little what are they, like the little hover kind of things, like a little not a helicopter, but those little, oh, the drones, like little drones, but it's called like a copter. And then there's the boss is a big gigantic quadcopter, and it's trying to swell, because at one point you're in a hot air balloon trying to go to this Raccoon King's headquarters to get them to reverse everything. So the quadcopter comes out and tries to take you down, and you have to take the quadcopter down by swallowing up mines that it drops on the floor, and then you could shoot the mines back up at it. And it's a lot of fun. I enjoyed the game. Like I said, quick. I think it took me like 2-3 hours. Quick 2-3 hour game. A lot of fun. Good time. It was a great mechanic. Not too intensive. So more of a story driven game. And I gotta say, the story was quite there. It was quite there. A lot of reading. I usually like my games voice acted, but that's okay. The reading was okay, and a lot of fun. Yeah, so I enjoyed Donut County. All right, have a good one. Out.